What's
Can you hear
good,
me,
G?
guys?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you good now. I got these headphones. I was fumbling with the damn Bluetooth again. I said, you
Yeah,
know what? No more Bluetooth. No more Bluetooth. No more Bluetooth.
yeah, I got my whistle names on
What's
my
that?
plug-in joints.
Oh, it'd be sounding better anyway.
Yeah, them joints go out too. Them joints be going out quick. Battery be dying on the Bluetooth.
And sometimes they actually like, I don't know. I want to say
Oh
drop a
yeah,
little bit. It's
yeah. The
the
sound
because it's
quality.
the wave. Yeah, it be coming
Yeah,
in and out. That's why they always say before you come on, it says, make sure you connect the wire.
thank you.
Hello.
Yo, you
Oh
went
yeah,
out
that
for a
joint was
minute.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, that joint was like audio was moved. That sounds like, wait a minute. Yeah. So, what's up with you? How was your week?
Busy, bro. Always.
Busy,
Oh
busy,
yeah,
busy,
yeah,
busy, busy.
yeah. Busy, fucking busyness.
Busy. Shoot. When that rain came down the last second, like, oh hell, on people.
Yeah, man. Mm.
Yeah, they like, oh man.
I didn't even know it was supposed to rain today.
Yeah, they were talking about storms
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was.
somewhere, and that rain flew up here.
Oh, it came over here. Got you,
Yeah,
got you, got
that
you,
kind of stuff.
got you.
That kind of crap. Yeah. What you having? Protein
Nah,
powder.
I got lemon and blueberries and water. That's it.
Damn,
Oh man.
I'm keeping it super real. That's how you do. You talk about it. People want to be like, oh shit. You know he ain't drinking a
Yeah, nah.
Coca-Cola on the thing, and he just was talking all that trash last week.
I don't even know the last time I had a soda.
Oh no.
Oh man.
They still be trying to sell them though. You be like,
Yeah, no,
where
definitely.
the hell they sell them at?
Definitely.
Yeah, I was trying to wait for two more folks to get in here.
Okay.
Yeah, I had ran to the store, and the line was long, like
Yeah.
to get in, because like everybody running in on Sundays, and I was like, yo,
Gosh.
wait a minute, but I gotta go in here. Then I got in there thinking I'm gonna run right out.
Yeah.
And the joint called Sprouts, they
Oh yeah, on Broad Street,
brought,
Broad and
yeah,
Washington.
they had a couple of down you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Down do it yourself joints.
oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
The self checkout Jones.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to see what's up with this boy. Is he coming? What?
Who
Yo.
that?
Shares Intel.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what Sean doing. Sean be let me see one more time. Check over here. Cause he hit me like 30 minutes ago. Was like, yo, where my joint?
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was talking to Nut one day over here.
What do you
And
saying?
it went well. He just when it's time to come on the joint, he just be like, yo, I fell asleep.
Not crazy.
Yo.
What's going on, bro?
What's happening?
What you got on in the background?
Hold on.
It's louder than you.
What's happening? Peace, man.
How are you?
I'm good, bro. I can't complain.
Gentlemen in the house.
So it was crazy motorcycle accident in front of my crib like 3:30 in the morning last night. Boy, check. Crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Crazy. It's crazy. There was a fire on the block.
Oh, I heard about that.
Oh,
Me. Yeah, on Carlisle. They had the fire department had the hose stretched across Broad Street. He hit the hose. He ran over the hose. That shit threw him 300 feet on his bike.
Yikes.
Yeah,
so
crazy.
he thought, so let me get this right. He thought that if he ran over that hose, it would smash like a garden hose.
Bro, I don't know if he was, I don't know if they had the caution tape. I don't know like all the specifics of it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously, I can't imagine somebody like, like, and the other side of that too is that the fire department is kind of responsible for making sure that, you know, they got that sectioned off and blocked off, and that, you know, there ain't nobody can do what he did. That's kind of crazy. You know what I mean?
No, that, you know who that's usually the police.
Right.
Police usually they come with, and then they block off.
Yeah.
So that doesn't happen.
Put their lights
the firemen
on
is the last thing they looking at is cars coming down the street.
Yeah, they try to handle the fire.
And then and them hose lines, them pipelines is so, you know, you're talking 3 to 5 inches. Yeah. 3 to 5 inches of water coming through.
That's crazy.
It's pretty wide. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Them hose lines, and then there's pipelines. Now you get talking about 5 to 6 inches of height and water. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you hit that. Even a car gonna hit that thing like.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Like boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Yeah, they ain't gonna smash it and keep on running. Them joints is solid.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Solid.
Bro.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Damn. Yeah. But I feel sorry for his family.
100%. That's what I said. Me and my wife was saying that, man. It's just somebody, you know, sick today, man.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
You know, it's just shout out
the
to
thing
his
is,
family.
man.
Peace. You know, I don't know.
We doing it all the time,
is,
man.
You know,
People do that all the time, and you be like, well, you know, and then you just throw your arms up like, yo, what the, you know what I'm saying? Come on, you see something going down. You can't take it. You know, it's the impatience. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And for him to come that late, where the pressure of water was already blazing down or something, and he had to come pretty late. I
know. I hear that. I hear that. I just don't. You know, I don't know what the specifics is, so I don't want to speculate on it. But you know, it's just a shame somebody had to lose their life. Period. You know,
I know.
A situation like that. That's kind of crazy. Oh, man.
What's up, the cool one? You got coffee going on there? Coffee break? What's happening?
Oh, little tea.
Okay.
Little sour sock tea and some honey.
Oh yeah, there you go. There you go.
Oh, you should see how Science drink. Sheesh, look at that.
Lemon and blueberries and water, brother.
Lemon and blueberries and water.
Keep my water alkaline, brother.
Oh yeah. Okay. I know about that.
Absolutely. You be drinking that lime water, so I know you do.
Yeah, I never saw the blueberries though. What's
What's
that? Antioxidants? Blueberries?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
I figured that.
Blueberries is alkaline too. So.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Pretty raspberries, blueberries, you know, the berry bunch.
Yep.
You can buy. Sometimes they sell frozen smoothie mix bags in the store.
Yeah.
And it'll say antioxidants on it, and it'll have all the pomegranate, cranberries, cherries. It'll all be in the same bag.
Exactly.
Right.
So if you throw that together a couple of times, you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
How y'all feel?
I feel pretty good.
Good. Good. How about you? Good?
Yeah, I've been watching violence all week. You know what I'm saying?
You can't escape that.
And I've been watching these people come out with these, you know, they what are they doing? The COVID had shut down people from coming out.
Right.
So the mass murderers ain't had no targets. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now everybody back out.
Yeah.
In these stores.
It's open season.
It's open season on everybody again. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah. 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 So the topic I was trying to get into was called Men and guns. What's the fascination? You know what I'm saying? Because some people look at it as another moment in time. Been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? What else they say? They say, ain't nothing going to change, can't get better, stuff like that. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that stuff because we got white men, you know, back out here doing mass murders.
Right.
We got the black men still killing each other for GP, general purpose, or JC, just cause. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So part of my questions was, is violence in our DNA? You might know. You might got anything on that?
I mean, to a degree. I mean, we may our makeup is, you know, to be territorial and defensive of ourselves and our positions. I think that what we seeing today though is like a mutation of that. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's been it's something that's been learned through, you know, the way society is and you know what you experience and what you see. It's a whole lot of fact. I say this about a lot of things, man. There's a lot of the ills that our society suffers from are compound problems, and it's not just one thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not this comes from that. You know what I mean? It's a multitude of things that play a part in creating what the things that we're going through and suffering from, man. You know what I mean? It's not one thing that it stems from.
Well, my answer to that question is no. We specifically, we are not violent people,
right?
And when I say we, I mean, you know, of course, my race. I have to speak on my race. We are not a violent people. If you look at our history, not our European history or not our Western history, but if you look at our history, and you look at the things that we did as a people, even in war, we aren't violent people. But like Brother Hassan said, like because we're products of our environment.
Right.
Our environment and our culture is a very violent culture. We you know what I'm saying, we get a lot of those attributes come from our the people who run, you know, who control things.
Right.
And these are violent people, and if you look at their history and their you know, the way they actually got into position that they're in now is through violence. So but again, you know, like you said, you know, we become a product of our environment. A lot of times when you're in a hostile state, even though you aren't as violent or not a violent person, you have to become violent just to survive or to cohabitat. And so, you know what I mean, that plays a big part too.
No, I agree. I agree.
Me too.
I agree with you.
Yeah. So I'm getting this thing called guns. I think I want y'all to jump on this one. As owning guns, like reasons I think people should own guns. These are just my reasons. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I got one is protection, one is recreation, and the other one is going to be straight up paranoia. I'm going to say paranoia because I think there's a lot of people. I'm not saying these are reasons you should own guns. I'm saying these are reasons people own guns.
Okay. Okay.
Right. Yeah. This is nothing written in stone. I'm saying paranoia because you got a lot of folks out here that's scared of a lot of stuff. And the difference between protection is your house, where you live, stuff like that. But when I say paranoia, you got people who got mental issues, racial issues, cultural issues, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's the other colors of life or not, you know what I'm saying? So those are the reasons I look at it and say, I think people own guns. To me, what you got, son?
I mean, being a licensed gun owner myself, you know, what I will say is this: is, you know, my fascination or interest in it stems from a couple different things. One, the environment that I grew up in, you know, it kind of bred that. You know what I'm saying? That's just reality. You know, I ain't going to sugarcoat it. I ain't going, you know what I mean? Try to sweep it under the table. None of that. You know what I'm saying? Right. We grew up around that. You know what I'm saying? We grew up around it. We were exposed to it. Our environment put us in a mindset that kind of made us feel as though we needed it. You know what I'm saying?
So does that fall under protection?
Yeah, but no. And I'm be real with you, because it wasn't about protection, it was about status, to be real with you. It was I got a joint, like, you know, he's gonna look at me different. You know what I'm saying? I get a certain level of respect if niggas know I carry a gun. You know what I'm saying? If I'm strapped and they know I ain't scared to use it. Like, damn, you know, the perspective and the outlook of me is different. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh man, don't play with us. You know what I'm saying? You're not to say that I was that or that was the outlook. I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. But
right,
again,
right. You know, potential. You have potential to get some of that.
So does holding a gun make you feel like you have power?
No, not today. No.
Welcome,
you know what I mean?
Welcome, brother.
But it does. So I'll say this again. That's a yes or no answer. Yes, because I know it does empower me in a way, right? Because I have an instrument of, you know, deadly force.
Yeah.
Right. Like at the end of the day, like, you know, is you can say anything happen or go down. I got in either a level playing field or the upper hand.
Right.
You know, so that automatically, psychologically in your mind, you can't tell me you don't feel like I'm cool, I'm good, I got a level of power over anybody else that's around me. You know what I'm saying? And not that you trying to throw that weight around, but that's what it is.
Right.
No, man.
So Sean, how you doing? You all right?
What's up,
bro?
So
what's up, Shiz?
Hey.
Peace, Shiz, peace.
One of the questions I asked,
here with y'all.
Definitely.
One of the questions I asked was I was saying a couple of reasons I think people own guns is protection, recreation, and to some degree paranoia.
Right.
But Hassan threw out their status and empowerment and stuff like that.
You said status,
Yeah,
you know where we come from, Shiz. If people know
you got that smoke.
Exactly. You had a certain level of respect.
They might say, you know what? He keep the toast hot, warm, and buttered. You know what I'm saying?
And always got that butter and jelly.
Yes, ready to go, ready to light the sparks. Let us spark.
No, but you hit it though. I think too, these young boys though, I think because it'd be so much beefing with them, it's so much beefing with them that they have to have it. And like we was talking about, like, it gives you a sense of empowerment. Like I heard Sai say, you know what I mean? It gives you a sense of empowerment. You know, it's a godlike feeling where just one finger curl, you know what I mean? You can take somebody's life. You can change, you know.
Shout out to Heavy Footage 215.
Yeah,
and it comes to that. Family. Y'all see that?
Yeah, and it's coming
post
to that
right there.
That's facts.
Mm-hmm.
That's facts.
Yeah.
And that's part of that's part of, you know, Corey, I want to really accurately answer your question. I feel like I fall under almost all of those reasons that you put out there. And, you know, it's definitely protection, you know, especially if you these days and times, like I don't even feel comfortable leaving the crib without my joint. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know how these you don't know the unknown. You know what I mean? You don't know. These young boys is silly.
Vicious.
You know what I'm saying? They silly, bro.
Yeah.
Silly. You know what I'm saying?
So what I'm thinking is guns are used to intimidate, instill fear,
for sure,
silence, and threaten. Y'all with me on that right there? Them four? Instill fear,
silence,
intimidate,
and threaten.
Yeah, and intimidate.
Mm-hmm.
But in certain other cultures and communities, they're used as symbols of independence and rebellion.
Yeah.
And y'all know what group I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. So Shez, do you feel like with a gun you have power when holding it?
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah.
You pick it up like, yo. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How about you, Dal?
Yeah.
I hate guns.
I can take it.
My experience with guns is not good. You know what I mean?
Got you.
Definitely.
All right. So, do y'all think the buyback guns programs work?
To be honest with you, I don't know. I mean, you look at the state.
You look at those you look at those Jones side them things that they selling back, like half of them look like they don't work. They a bunch of old school Jones, like they ain't getting that heat off the streets. You know, ain't nobody walking in.
That ain't the people that's turning them in.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So to answer your question, I don't think so. But go ahead, Sal, my bad.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It kind of goes along with what you were saying, Shiz. Is like you gotta look at who's really turning them guns in, you know, and then who's committing the crimes with guns, right? So the people that's turning them in is not the people that's committing the crimes with the guns. So is it helping? Nah, it can't be.
Right.
It can't. Like it literally, it can't be. It can't be. You know, in order to get guns off the street, they really need to change the gun laws. You know, but that's a whole nother animal.
That's man,
a whole nother animal.
I got so many answers for that. I feel like Heavy Footage 215. Most people getting guns, they robbing the ammo shops. It's not really being televised. I ain't never heard that one.
I mean, me neither. I know it's a lot of straw purchases, and that's what.
Right.
That's what it's
getting
really,
your girl, getting them, and
100%,
things like that.
100%. You get somebody that qualifies to purchase a firearm to get it, and then they, you know, report it stolen and then pass it off to, you know, somebody who on the street. You know what I mean?
I personally think that stopping guns and controlling it is going to be generational because we so embedded in it for generations. I don't think the cycles of election is going to change anything.
Definitely not.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's embedded in the you know, in the soil of us right now. You know what I'm saying? So only people who can really change it, I think, it's going to be generational, like later on down the line, way down the line. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, Happy Footage 215, he's saying check YouTube for that. I guess it got to do with that comment about most people getting guns, they robbing for the ammo.
Robbing the ammo shops.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Got you. So they say
that castle law.
So what is
you got that castle law where you know you have the right to protect your home, and so That's where a lot of guns, but that's for a lot of mature adults who, just want to protect their home. It's not about just riding, they ride around dirty. But like you said, some mention how, you don't feel protected unless you got your man with you. So I was reading something and it was talking about New York gun law rate, or I guess imprisonment for firearms is so low. Why? Because if you get caught with it, it's 5 years, and then again, it's 15 years, and then at 25 years. So it kind of scared people away from it.
Your second. You're saying your second
offense.
Your second offense. Yeah.
There you go.
So it grows. It's like 10 years. It increased by 10 years.
So you saying, I got one of those. I can't have another one.
That's it. I'm about to do 15
I'm
years.
Gonna be,
And then a third one is 25. And that's a lot. That's a lot of years to take away from.
They say so. Agree. Let me know if y'all agree with this one. It says most murders and shootouts don't happen between strangers. Usually social networks and the same race. Most shootouts and murders happen between they don't happen at all between strangers. They're usually between the same race or social networks.
I disagree with that.
Yeah, I don't know about
most shootouts. I think most shootouts happen in the same race.
Maybe the same.
Yeah, of course.
Race.
Social,
Social aspect.
But that's what I'm saying, because it's you going through something with your own. You know what I'm saying?
It may not necessarily be the same race, but the same social or same demographic.
Right.
Yeah, same demographic.
Yeah.
So if it's the race where the dudes of West Philly going through something with the dudes in North Philly,
right?
It's rarely that the dudes from North Philly are a group of white dudes having a shootout, banging out with a bunch of black dudes.
Right. No,
it's usually
strangers.
Like in South Philly,
usually
the Asian dudes be going through it with the Asian dudes down there on 7th Street.
Yeah.
They you know what I'm saying? That's what they were saying. But it's mostly the same rate. They saying shootouts and murders.
Right.
Usually it's in the same groups and stuff like that.
Shootouts, I would say. Murders is I don't think they really discriminate. You know what I'm
saying?
I think murders are more random than a more random act than a shootout. Yeah.
Definitely.
Than a shootout?
Absolutely.
Okay. Got you. Let me introduce the image y'all all might know and like. Ready?
Wow.
Yeah.
They quick to scream that.
Yeah, you see that?
Right.
Oh yeah, like just let that resonate. Bask in that for a second. You know what I'm saying? Some people that didn't read it ever don't get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Anybody got anything on the Second Amendment? Or what you think? I mean,
I think
it started, when it, all that kind of stuff.
I think because of that right there, there will never be such a thing as gun control.
Gotcha.
There you go. Good.
I believe
that from that.
Shout out to that answer.
I believe that from that one document, from that one law written into doctrine, because of that, they will never be gun control.
Right.
I believe that. You know what I mean? Anything that, and you can bet your bottom dollar, anything that document say on it is what it is. They not changing that.
Yeah, they gonna hold fast.
And they will fight tooth and nail.
Absolutely.
For anyone who tries to change it.
Absolutely.
That's why you had a whole bunch of people
on them lawn,
climb on that lawn down there.
Right.
You ain't changing nothing.
Right.
That's real rap.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Real rap. That's real rap. Yup.
I mean, it was written immediately. before slaves was free. You know what I'm saying? They listen. Y'all might need to protect yourselves out there. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because I read that the United States didn't have a military back in the day. They had a bunch of militia groups,
right,
with rifles to defend it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Pretty bad. Adele, 100, 100, 100.
Yes.
On the scorecard, keep the score. Happy Foot said, "True that, Dell. True that. That was right on the money. Right on the money. I got another one for you. Another image. Some of y'all like this one. So this one I'm about to bring up is the current hotness in the gun game. Right?
Hotness.
It's what's popular right now. Is what the gun manufacturers or the gun people want. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when it's like a gun head or sneaker head, whatever. What they call gun heads? People who shoot. Like, there's no such thing, right?
Nah.
They just shooters. Okay, they just shoot. Collectors. Okay, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
All right, I got one for you right here. You ready for this gun that's been popular all over the magazines and the websites? Y'all seeing it on the thumbnail. Let me just show y'all again.
What is that?
That is a P50 pistol.
Is it?
You see how the chamber, the magazine going?
Yeah, that's nice.
It opens up out the top like a trunk hood, and it swivels.
Wow, that's nice.
50 shots. That's a pistol.
Yeah.
Yep. That's it. Here you go. I got another image for that one right here.
Yeah,
That's how you load it.
Like a stapler.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Anytime
That's
that John McDowell say, "Yo, that's nice."
That's nice.
Yeah.
Don't even
That's
like
nice, and he don't like guns. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Listen.
You said it like a stapler, a hole puncher or something.
Yeah, I was reading that drink. That bullet swivels. Every time one come up, it swivels. Every time one come up, it swivels in the thing.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a
Look
pistol.
who holding that thing.
Nice.
Look who holding it though.
Dang.
Look at that. Yep. They bringing it. So when I first saw that gun, I said, the minute you touch that gun, all you hear is Method Man. But the minute you put it down, I bring the pain. The minute you put it down, you don't hear him no more. You touch it again, I bring the pain again. Pick it up, you don't hear it. Put it down. You know what I'm saying? It just seemed like that song come with a theme song, man. That gun come with a theme song. That joint powerful looking. That sounds like, whoo, you don't want to be, but that's the new craze. That's the hottest new pistol style and what they working on. Every company, they just beat everybody to the punch.
And what company is that? What brand is that?
Caltech.
Caltech.
Uh-oh. Sean answered that kind of fast.
It's like, he got that.
I'm scared of him.
Uh-huh.
Oh man.
I'm scared of him.
So I answer like, he got that.
Nah, I don't, but you know,
It's coming.
It might be.
Some water.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what's in the street. That's what's in the street heavy.
And what category would that fall? What category would that particular firearm fall under?
What you mean?
Like, is that an assault rifle? Is that
Actually
a
handgun?
Is it a
It says
handgun?
a pistol. It's a
handgun. It's a handgun.
It's a handgun.
It's a big handgun.
50 rounds.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah.
Do what you want with that. Yup.
Yeah.
Ain't that terrible? Yeah, you talk about gun laws.
But bro,
Sheesh.
I'm gonna tell you something, bro. It's crazy. The like I went to right before COVID. I went to the gun show, our Oaks, and they got drums that go on a handgun. 100 shots,
Yup.
bro.
Mm-hmm.
100 shot drum for a handgun. You know what I'm saying?
There's no doubt.
It's and the other side of that too is kind of going to what we was talking about initially, it's kind of like an ego thing. Like, I got a bigger car than you. I got a better car than you. You ain't got to join with 100 shots. You ain't got. You understand what I'm saying? It's like a competition. Like, oh, bro, man, you ain't. It's like with car. Oh, you ain't got the new joint. Oh, you still got the extreme. You still got the 2010.
I remember without saying too much. I remember like back in the day when we got something like that came our way.
Right.
And I was like, who was there? Were you there? And I was like, what the fuck is
I know what you're talking about too.
Like, what is this? Some Star Wars shit? Like, what am I do? Like, man, give me the little one in the box. Give me the little one. Like, that joint was crazy. Like this joint was like 100 shots. Like, you actually needed a machine to load it.
Yeah. Crazy.
So I'm like, and I'm like, well, that's a little bit too much, or maybe I could be wrong. That's a little bit too much. And then somebody, I forget who it was, they pointed out, they it was like, based on what, kind of going off what you said, Corey, is like, based on what you said, like, all right, if somebody got 16 shots and you got 100,
phew, right, have that fence.
And
your fence game better be nice.
Even if they got 2 16s and you got that 100, and I'm like, okay, I got it, I get it now.
Right.
But
exactly.
But then again, I'm thinking like, well, why does it take that many shots anyway? Like,
not if you know how to shoot. Not if you know how to shoot.
Not if you doing it.
Not if you doing it right. I ain't gonna lie.
Why does it take that many shots? Like, who needs that many shots?
You don't. You don't, and that's real rap because I go to the range and I talk to a lot of dudes that's not of our cultural background and that's in the guns, and they the first dudes to say, man, like, don't need 100 shots. I take 6 shots. It only take 1. If I know how to shoot, it'll really only take 1. Only need 1 bullet. You done.
Maybe 2. A warning shot.
Maybe. But if I'm looking to take you out, 1.
I don't need 100 shots.
1 shot, you're done. That's it.
Yeah, that's war. That's war. That's a war gun. That's
not even
a war.
Gun. That's not even. Yeah. You can't call that war. Like that's not.
No,
even
I don't. That's a war gun. Much. No, that's a war gun. If you
in war, if you
in war in the streets, yeah,
that's
what you lift up. You come up on you pull the floor up for that. Roll back the carpet if it's going down that heavy. That gun is that's a sick gun. That's just why we are where we at now. Because that the right hands, the extremists, the nationalists, the fascio, the neo-fascists, when they get them kind of guns, man, wow. I mean, sheesh. You go up in what I'm about to say, we headed that way, so I ain't gonna say too much more about that. I got some stuff for that.
I'm gonna say this.
Hey, where we going? Where we going?
No, we're gonna talk about all that. But I'm saying, go ahead.
But I'm gonna say this to what you're saying, Corey, is that that's another reason why people are gravitating towards getting guns, is because we also see what the other side is doing and what the other side got. And I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. We ain't ready, bro.
Yeah.
At all. At all. We ain't ready. It's I go to the range, bro. It's kids in there, bro.
Yep.
From their side. Kids in there, bro. 6, 7, 8 years old. Archery class. Shooting, hunting, everything. Kids.
Procreation.
And they know how to shoot.
Early. Procreation early, yeah.
They ain't in there playing around.
Nope.
They know how to shoot.
They ain't playing with them. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And honestly, bro, like, we're not ready. We're not ready. And we don't have the discipline, the understanding, the knowledge base, about it. We just out here trying to kill each other. Them jokers is getting prepared. They getting prepared for war.
They ain't playing.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If it's the war we're talking about, right? And I'm not saying it is, but let's just say if it's the war we're talking about, I mean, pretty much is like a what do you call that? Like automatic. Like the war won't be. There won't be a war. Like we gonna eventually kill each other, knock each other off, and then I think the Tuskegee and these vaccines and all that, like I think they just like subs. But I think the guns are like the major players, are like your starting fives. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got.
Are you saying that to and not to cut you off, bro, but I'm just asking about what you're saying. So you're saying, and the guns are the starting lineup to eliminate us.
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. I don't deny that. Actually, I think that's right.
Because when you think about it, like just like they try with everything else, and just like they're going to try with everything else, I honestly think that the gun is the most, and the way that, and based on the way they're designing them now, it's like
extermination.
And they know that our people aren't the ones that are actually learning that gun, like going to ranges.
Right.
So it's like, all right, you just load it with ammunition, and and they basically they know our brand, our style of combat. And based on that, and based on the design of these weapons, you can hit more people, and not necessarily those people are who you're looking for, or who you're after, or who you're pointing or aiming at.
Right.
And so, okay, we can get rid. So instead of one, we can get rid of a couple, and if not, you know what I'm saying. We have other ways, but they have other ways, but I think that the gun is the most potent, like the most powerful, and the one with the most potential, because they know, what the way things are, and they know how we operate as far as, what I mean, when it comes to those kind of things. So yeah, I'm gonna say that without saying too much.
All right, that's cool. Let me switch gears a little bit here with that whole thing. I'm gonna put up a graph. We're going to talk about this graphic if I put it up. Just stare at it for like a second.
Black America represents 13% of the U.S. population, yet among 50% of us, all homicide victims. Wow.
Everybody sitting on that a little bit? Like, I knew it hovered around that like 13, 14, 15, 16 area. But the violence it looks greater because we're not the dominant race in the United States. And we if 40%, I'm sorry, not 40%, if 40 million of us.
You believe that? Hold on, not to cut you off, but you believe it's only 13% of us in the United States?
Black?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Like people of color.
It could be.
Let's not say black. Let's just say people of color.
No, we more of color, but we know you gotta realize what side color is. Color is Spanish and color is black. To some degree, we know Asians stand a certain kind of way. You know what I'm saying? We know which if shit hit the fan, push came to a shove, we know which races is going which way. That's not front on it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But we do know Hispanically, if we was connected or combined, it would be a different number. They don't, they're not going to count us with anybody who came over here with a green card on it, on the African tip. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They're going to count us as who we are and how much census signing we do. You know what I'm saying?
Can we put that graphic back
up? Be more than that.
Can we put that graphic back up?
So again, to kind of go to what bro said, what Dell said,
Okay.
I don't agree with that statistic.
Exactly.
Of 13%.
Black,
there's no way that's right.
But if you look at the word, see, sometimes like my mom said, you gotta look in the basics.
American. Right.
Black Americans.
Right.
That's okay. All right.
But I'll even give you one on that, though, which is that, what Corey was saying is there's also they only count people that sent their census back.
Yeah.
So like you said, Black Americans.
You see one
That's
thing.
How we are.
One thing for sure. Two things for certain. Like when you have a certain set of people running a certain set of programs, they get the statistics. They get the history. They get the what you know what I mean. So
I get the embellishment.
Right.
It's just that where you going. That does happen, and that can happen.
Yeah, all the time. Why wouldn't it? I mean, I would do it too. You know what I'm saying? I would do it. Yeah, why not? Like, we gonna crank up the numbers a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So lying that we 15, 13, or 14%, how does that benefit us?
It doesn't. That's the whole. That's the key
benefit us. Yeah,
that's what I mean. That's the question I'm asking. How?
The strength is in numbers. So if our numbers are lower, their numbers is high, then subconsciously we believe that that's where the strength is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's why they keep calling themselves the majority. Calling us the minority when in actuality is the opposite.
It's the opposite.
Shout out to Pretty Brown Eyes. They'll talk about it.
I mean, I don't know. Facts, man. Facts. Like,
Heavy foot is 215. Great conversation, man.
Sometimes you gotta do your own thinking.
Right.
And do your own thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't listen to what everybody's saying and be like, okay, that's it. Like, you know what I mean? Like and then I've never been that kind of person anyway. Like if that's what you said, all right, I'm gonna listen to you, but then I'm checking for that.
You gotta do your homework.
Exactly.
And I'm checking multiple sources.
You better
see. Listen. I bring these things up because I'm not just sticking my hand in a freaking bag and see what I pull out with.
Right.
Going on, throwing things against the wall to see if it sticks.
Right.
I'm bringing certain things up so people can actually do their homework themselves on the numbers that I post. You know what I'm saying?
Bravo.
Yeah. So these are not anything I truly believe. These are just things that causes conversation.
Right.
So if it calls conversation, it might stimulate the intellect. This person might say, you know what? I don't know about that. I don't feel comfortable of knowing that number. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe we that weak. We that, that thin. Let me go see. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But also, if you don't fill out the census forms and let folks know you're living in these towns, you don't get the proper political help.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get registered for anything. They're going to look at your area as abandoned and not care about it. So you're going to be prevented services, but not sending it. I'm not going to the door. Who that? That's the people again? Come on, man. Why that little young white boy and that other white girl, that little white? No, I'm not. You gotta start. You know what I'm saying? That starts the snowball effect. What we was going through with voting.
They go to compound.
People was exactly. People was like, no. Did you see what happens when y'all come out and vote?
Yeah.
You stop a Trump slaughter. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So for the most part, that's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So getting back into this stuff with the hood stuff. I'm there now. I'm gonna put up a graphic. I know you're tired of my graphics, but
no, keep me talking.
This is stuff that's going on, and I got to think, it got something to do with men and their fascination with guns.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? This is common stuff. This ain't, you know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing that, this is so common that if you've seen it, you wouldn't be at all. You'll be like, let me get from where I am. When the cops move out my way, let me, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the last thing you think about. Just cops in your way. It's the last thing. It's the cops in your way is the first thing you're thinking about. Not, oh man, I wonder what happened. Oh damn, we ain't there no more. You know what I'm saying? Only time we there is like when that little 11-year-old got killed. Riding a scooter with a 14-year-old on the back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, they pounding that down in this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to get y'all motherfucking shit right out here in the hoods. They got camera of somebody shooting, but the chances I'm gonna think that's some white dude, I'll be shot. Asian dude, I'll be shot. The government or police shooting at little kids, I'll be shot. So how y'all feel about that? I'll just be shot. I'm pissed that two little dudes on a scooter, whether somebody liked them or didn't like them, got gunned down.
So again, that goes to the mentality and the behavior that's fostered in our communities, which is, you know, this hyper vigilance and you know, you got to be a super thug, right? Ain't nobody testing me, and you know, that's and this is the other side of it too, right? You carry a gun and you use that as your problem solver, right? You don't have you lose, you know, your skills of being able to have a conversation and effectively, you know, problem solve, right? You know, you got to talk it through and work it out, and you think that doing that makes you less than a man, right? No, I slayed that nigga, and that makes you feel some type of way, right? But not really understanding everything that come along with that. You just destroyed your life, not just somebody else's. 2 lives were lost in that exchange, right?
Exactly.
Because you
you
just took somebody's life away, and now you done.
Yeah,
right.
And you ruined your parent.
Yeah, your family, your kids.
Yeah,
you
ruined the hell out of your parent. You ruined the fact that somebody tried to raise you or wanted to try to raise you in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and you know, so here's another one. These are symbols and signs that's all too familiar in our culture. The mom and pops, the bodegas, the Chinese joints. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
With you know what I'm saying? It's like every time you turn around, you gotta hear this and see this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what are we gonna do about it? You know, I mean, you want to talk about this stuff. You know, look at that. That's one y'all familiar with. Yeah. Read that nice and deep. You know what I'm saying? You reading that cool?
200 shots.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The shots is real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
violent
just
year.
yes.
500 people were killed and more than 2,000 shot in 2020.
And see, you see that part right there. The only time more people were killed in the city was in the 90s, and we remember the 90s. The 90s is when it transitioned into like gun violence real crazy, because it was like new for us, like all right, you know, we you know, the 80s and all that, but it was more boxing. You might get, you know, poked up or beat up with a stick or jump more so. But when them 90s came, 91, 2, 3, it was something different. And then you had the music really promoting it. The music was just backing it.
Well, back in the 90s, that came with the drug game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, which you know can lead to another conversation, and I'm quite sure Corey gonna touch on that. But you know, that's how it went. Like, you know, where there was guns, there was drugs. Where there were drugs, there were guns. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know, we attribute it to that culture. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of things, a lot of the gun violence was done because of drugs in the neighborhood, and the same, the same thing goes. I don't know if the same thing goes for today, because I don't see that much drugs as far as then, as much as then as it was now. I'm not sure. I'm not. My ears aren't to the streets like that. I'm not really in the streets like that. I believe that a lot of the shootings are random shootings, and drugs may be the culprit. Am I saying that right? Drugs may be the culprit, but I don't think that the drug business are reasons, or drug what do you call that, syndicates and stuff. Drug groups and gangs aren't part of that scenario. But I do think drugs are involved. I do think a lot of these young people are on these drugs and committing these crimes, and aren't consciously aware of the crimes they're committing because of the drugs that they're on. See, and basically that may be the difference. In the 90s, it was because of drugs. Because, we were dealing drugs, and then you have today where
you're on them.
The drugs are people are on the drugs.
Heavy.
You know what I mean?
That. Yeah.
And because a lot of these drugs aren't the bad drugs. A lot of these drugs are social drugs, and I guess that go back to the music we listening to. There's a lot of things, but
I think that music worse now too.
Yeah, but guns definitely play a part, and drugs definitely play a part with the guns.
Yeah. So
I
got another graphic. So y'all seen that one that said damn near 500? It's like somebody actually died that night. It just was after 12, and they want to record it as we kept it under 500 because the 5 is such a big iconic number versus 4. You know what I'm saying? So people say, oh, we keep from 5, trying to maintain our reputation as a city and public law enforcement and stuff like that. So look at this one. You gotta represent. They still are people. We gotta love them. They just up there. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah. So look at that one.
Good.
Yeah, Chicago always leading. You look at year after year, Chicago always up there.
It's crazy because they don't even have the most people. New York do.
Right.
Yeah, that's what's
but
crazy.
Chicago still got gangs.
They got all gangs.
They still got gangs, not just squads hanging around and just being territorial.
They territorial about the way you wear your hat.
Yeah. They
Chicago.
They gang bang.
Chicago, yeah. You got your brim, your hat, cocked side, backwards. Chicago play that game. Yeah. You come in a certain block, you spinning it around. Chicago don't play with that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. How about this one? LA. That's another big city. 350.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of black men every year, man. When you totality it up across America.
I was just about to say that. See, I was going to say, like, if you
look at Houston,
and find out like how many of them are outside of our culture. How many of those?
So I do got a graph. Let me see. I got somebody's graph somewhere.
Even right
I butchered this one. I butchered this one, but they do have the graph, and the graph may say Hispanic, white male, other black, and except for LA, that was the only time we was the only race that was outdone by another race as far as killing.
Right.
In LA.
It's LA because they heavy in the Hispanic game.
Hispanics, yeah.
Yeah, they wild. They wild with it over there.
Yeah.
Kings and quarters, whatever. There's a gang of them. You know what I'm saying? A gang of gangs, right? But the small pockets. Like I got one. I got a graph in here for like Miami, and they got 100 and something. But these ain't big giant cities. You see what I'm saying? Dallas, Atlanta, Jacksonville. They all over 100 and something men. You know what I mean? 136 people die, they say, every day. It's a homicide. In the United States. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of freaking people. So every day, 100 to almost 140 people die to homicide in the United States. I understand there's a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? But we talk about gun violence. We talk about the strangles, the stabbings, the sufferings, the suffocations, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so it's just, it's just something that, irritates me. You know what I mean? When I gotta, the news come on and it's like, yo, what are you talking about now? Trying to catch this weather. I'm trying to catch this weather. You know what I'm saying? New Orleans, 202. These ain't really giant cities. These just the city. So these are only the cities that we're in. This is why I'm putting them up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you say we in Kentucky or all these other little joints, Wyoming and stuff, there's probably just a couple of us there. But the cities that we put a majority of, that we got a lot of life in, these are the cities. This is why I post them.
But that's still, like
is that why?
Shiz and Dell was saying, that's still a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? And we doing the dirty work for them, and we wiping ourselves out, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But let's not even look at it that way, right, son? Let's say this. Let's just say this. So out of all those graphics you just showed, and we just said that we are the ones that's dominating there, and this gun violence with these murders is at its highest. Like, what does that say about us? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's like take out
of them
trying to, take out of what they're trying to do, and only we can allow that to happen, as Jay always say. We can, you know what I mean? So I just feel like Corey said, and I'm sorry, and this is just me, it's just my opinion. Man, I am more touched when I see the graphic of us killing each other versus them killing us, because it is like this, right? Like as many times they done killed one of us versus us killing each other. That hurt me more than them killing us. And again, that's just my opinion. I'm more fearful from my own brother walking out in the streets than
because I'm gonna get you
getting pulled over by the cop or some white guy, because like the rest of y'all, we're gonna comport ourselves. Our wallets is right. We hardworking men. Blah blah blah. Yeah, the other side can happen. We can be at the wrong place, wrong time, and something happen. But that's least to happen versus the other thing happening to us, where we in the wrong place, the wrong time in a shootout, or somebody just like something that you got and things like that. So I know I just went all around the world, but
no, you still here.
No.
Yeah.
So and Shiz, listen. So that goes to the compound problem that I talked about, right? And that we are in a situation where our mentalities and our actions and our behaviors are molded and cultivated by the environment that we're in, right? And this is an argument I made when all of this stuff was going on with George Floyd and all of the police killings of black, right? Well, we upset and we up in arms, right? But we ain't mad we ain't protesting and out in the streets for all these black on black crimes.
When Ray killed Pookie.
Yeah, that's what they say. That's what they say.
And listen. Yeah. The argument and the point that they make is legitimate. That's real. That's real. Why you ain't upset then? Correct. Why you ain't protesting in the streets then?
Yeah.
It ain't no problem that we disproportionately killing ourselves off, right? But then when police shoot and kill us, then everybody's up in arms. It's a big protest. It's a big deal.
Your kids can't run and play in the playgrounds or sit out on the porch.
But that's all right though. Ain't nobody in the streets for that.
Yeah. They ain't mad about that. Yeah.
I seen one thing. It was something that was going on in the summer. last summer, and it was my bad though, and it was all the funeral homes got together. It was all over the news, and they rode through all the city, all the bad areas, and they with all their hearse, and they were just on that bullhorns and just was pulling up on the young boys. Get in here. Young boys looking crazy, like what? That's what y'all doing. Y'all putting yourselves in these caskets, and that was their message. And so that was like one of the most little things where they were just trying to outreach to the young ones, like we killing ourselves off. And they was literally pulling up on them and like opening up the Jones and get in here.
See how you fit. See how you fit.
They've been doing that for years. They've been doing that for years.
Yeah.
They've been doing that they was doing that when I was a kid. I remember them.
They used to ride around with the van with the
the
casket on top and blast
with the boys sitting out with
real
the boys.
Real graphic. Like, I remember that.
All right. Well, without beating up on black people too much, let me move on to some more of this stuff here we got here, right? So I'm gonna show y'all an image and tell me what y'all think. Let's talk extremists. And they heavy into the guns. They talk extremists. You know, they're proud about their race. And sometimes they feel like they're losing their war on their race in America.
Absolutely. As they should.
You know what I'm saying? They feel like, they just feel like that was kind of some of the phobias. Some people had that. I got a gun. They're not taking us over. We got them. We still here. We hanging in there. Extremists.
So
I feel about extremists.
So I'm gonna ask y'all something, right? If you felt like somebody was taking your shit away, how would you react?
Obviously, like
going into protect mode.
Defense, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Defense.
So don't get me wrong. I don't condone the shit, right? But I understand.
Can't say don't get me wrong and then say it.
I understand it. I understand it. It's a logical progression, right? It's called cause and effect, right? It's you take my shit away, I'm on some shit. And that's them. Right? They feel like something's being taken away from them. Right? So now it's there you go. We right at y'all.
Extremists, Proud Boys.
Right.
Yeah, right. Proud Boys. Proud Boys pretty proud, right?
Right.
It seemed like they have a
Philly too.
It seemed like they had see? That's why they don't cross these bridges. That's why they always don't cross bridges I recognize and shit. I'm like, wow, I recognize all these bridges.
From Philly.
You know what's funny?
That's Philly right there.
No, they from Philly. That boy
that was the leader of
that thing. Yeah. They came and got him right off his lawn. He out there watering his plants.
He's Cuban. He ain't even white. Enrique Tarrio is a Cuban. Their leader is a Cuban. He's not a white dude.
See, and here's where the problem lies, because media will get on TV, will show this image on TV, and we as a people automatically think,
right,
that's the KKK.
Right.
It's not about race. It's not about race with them.
They think
it's black people involved in that.
It's not about race.
It's about that constitution.
It's not about race.
It's about their rights. It's about their rights as not only citizens but human beings.
Right.
And a lot of people have to, and you have to decipher that. Like a lot of people don't automatically think, all right, because they'll show you one thing. They'll show you one thing,
right,
and get everybody. Because you got to understand, when you're dealing with the United States, you deal with fearmongers, and fearmongers, and if you look at the term fearmongers, it means, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me, but to show images or to operate or to get people to manipulate people to do things by fear and to feel a certain way by fear. And this is how these people work. So they show these images and they put these images up. And it could be, they did it with the Black Panthers. They did it. Let's be clear. They did it with the Black Panthers. They said the Black Panthers were this malicious group that wanted to get rid of everybody and blah 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 blah. And you know what I mean. And it made people, even people who weren't racist, so-called racist, it made people. It justified them to act out the way they did on that sect of or group of people, and so it was justified. You know what I mean? So you have to be careful of things like that, because what you might see is not always what you get. You know what I'm saying?
Got another one. Here got another one. Check this one out. Y'all, this is recent, so y'all know what that is. I ain't going to hold that up too long, right?
Right.
Okay. So I got questions.
Okay.
So they say there are over 100 armed active militia groups in the United States. Got beliefs. You know what I'm saying? Some of these groups are far right, ultra nationalists, neo-fascists, and proud. And they all practice paramilitary. You know what I'm saying? But listen, that's part of the gun thing. This ain't got nothing to do with belief. Sometimes people pull out guns and shoot over their beliefs because of these type of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So even though they might be mixed in color and stuff like that, we also got to realize everybody ain't who we think they are because of the color. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So some dudes ain't, just like I sent y'all all a picture when the black dude was like F black, whatever, you know what I'm saying? What was it? F, yeah.
Black
and it was like matter. All these white dudes, and he was like, yeah, F lives matter. And it was like, people was like, oh yeah, I can tell by the cut how he was. Sometimes some people feel a different way, you know what I'm saying? Right. That's why we got people who own guns, or not own guns for protection, but they own guns because of the amendment. They like to shoot. You know what I'm saying? They want to stand their own ground. They all the laws that come across the United States. Sometimes we think, sometimes we think because he looked like a brother, you know what I'm saying? He's a brother, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Some people, like I said, some Spanish fall that way toward, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because let's put it like this. If this is how I feel. If white, I ain't gonna say it's white is right, but if white run the joint and they're the minority and they the popular vote in this country, every other race that's trying to get in this goddamn country to escape the bullshit they've been going through, they're going to fall that way.
100%.
So exactly. So white ain't going to be. Spanish ain't gonna be like, oh yeah, I got a little bit of tint in my skin. I'm gonna roll with them. That's not going to happen because they did too much to escape a lot of crap before.
And Core, like
we up against all of them.
To be real with you, Core, that's the hole we fell into, right? Is thinking that we gotta be like them, right? From years ago, civil rights, we gotta get like them. We got to get what they got because we looked at what we went through and slavery and all of that, right? And we said to ourselves, they got it great. So now the ideal image that was put forth was white is right.
The American dream.
Right? That's the American dream. You function. So now we aspiring and pushing to be that instead of really looking at ourselves and trying to be the best us.
Yep, right. Got an image. Yep, look at this image. Dig in that image. You might see a lot of dark skin in there. You won't see as dark as us, but you're going to see some color in there. You're going to see some Mexicans. You're going to see some Latinos, some Spanish, some Puerto Rican. You might even see an Asian. You're going to see everybody that feel like their skin that's lighter than them means they're greater than us.
But I also, the other side of that too, and I think we all is touching on that, is that it's not just a racial thing, and that's what you were saying, Cora. It's about I got rights. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I feel like
I believe
the
in certain
Constitution,
things.
that Second Amendment says something, and I holding true to that, and I'm gonna hold y'all accountable for that. And if you tell me that I can't have that right's being taken away from me, then I'm going to war about
it. Mr. Johnson says hello, gentlemen. Hello, Mr. Johnson.
Hey,
Mr. Johnson.
Yeah. No, I get that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when I hear certain things, so I'll look them up. I like to hear about them. I may watch a video. I might watch 2 or 3 videos because I want to hear from different angles and perspectives of everything. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So,
but what are you hearing though, Core? Like, what do you hear though? Like, right? Like, do you hear all those groups you just talked about? Like, do you hear about the violence that they doing or violence that they, right?
No,
like,
I hear
tearing up their areas. Are they?
No, I'm hearing about phobias. I'm hearing about phobias. I'm hearing about racism. I'm hearing about ultra authoritarians. You know what I'm saying? These are the neo-fascists, fascisms, and stuff like that. If you ever hear somebody say that word, you can say, "Oh, they super right, ultra national, ultra." You know what I mean? To a degree, they heavy in what they believe are. You know what I'm saying? So they wear these guns, they carry these guns, and they all practice the amendments, the constitutions. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They show up with the guns. They're in places where if you do something, they have the right to stand their own grounds. He was in my space, so I shot him. And they are protected by these things in certain cities and states. A lot of states don't practice all that. They be like, I hear with all that. Yeah. Most of that shit is down there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. And that's where you'll find them. You're not really, you find a little bit of some here and there and there. But for the majority of them is below the Mason-Dixon line. And a lot of people think the South starts lower. The South starts here. Pennsylvania is the Mason-Dixon line. Because below Pennsylvania is Maryland. Delaware and Jersey sit off to the side. So a lot of people say, oh man, that's the South, only the South. Bro, the South starts at the bottom of Pennsylvania. That's right. I mean, dude named Mason and dude named Dixon was measuring, and they said, this is enough stuff to give us the South. Then there's the Deep South, and there's the North. We are in Yankee territory. You know what I'm saying? So I'm serious. It's just a lot of people that feel a certain way are in certain spots, and they get to practice these things. So when the news say, oh, white dude shot a black dude, these are areas where these laws happen, and the people that do it know these damn laws. Trayvon Martin. Oh, yeah. That dude knew them laws. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm about to move in. He in my space. Here he come again. I'm busting him. Mm-hmm. The law. Stand your ground. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So other than them bunch of white dudes in a pickup truck shooting a black dude, I don't know exactly the laws, at certain spots, but some of them I do be paying attention to. Man, they can't wait to open up a can of fucking ass whooping on us. You know what I'm saying? Yo, come this way. I swear to God, bring that damn truck. Walk through the house. Bring your girl. Bring your kids. I'm gonna start an argument with you, and the minute you try to argue back, and get in my face. Yep. I make sure they videotaping it, and I'm gonna blow your damn brains out.
Yeah, so the key story is, not the key story is. The moral to the story is, know the law.
Yes.
Know the law.
Yep. Should I know the law?
Know thy law. Know your law. Know your laws. Know what you can and can't do.
We know the law here.
We just don't know about that.
I mean, but no. I know I can't have a firearm if I ain't licensed.
Well, I don't think that was Dell saying. He's saying that we gotta see. This is the problem.
Know the law in general.
Again, that's part of the compounding of the problem is the lack of education, right? And So we don't read, we not engaged, and we don't watch the news and the media outlets, and more than anything read though, because that's where they hide the shit, in the books.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They do.
Real rap, right?
No,
and so
true.
the reality of the situation is that we are at a disadvantage because of the lack of education, the lack of economic, right. Our economic information has just been withheld from us, and then because of the restraints that was placed on us in terms of poor schooling and economic advantages that were taken away from us and all of that, we are not in a position to have that information. You know what I'm saying? And we was shut out and boxed out of certain things. So that's why we're where we're at. You know what I'm saying? That's why we where we at, because we didn't have access to a lot. So I don't know, man.
Go ahead and mute yourself. How the host just step off and don't mute themselves.
Hey, that was live.
Every day doing this shit. Trip. Hey, Trip.
Yo.
Shit.
Cord.
You gotta mute yourself, bro.
No, I said it. I ain't want y'all to see me doing this shit, but I knew y'all fucking can hear me. I just was hollering out shit. That's why I was talking shit. Yeah, because I'm sitting here like, yo, this shit, just to get this little bit of shit off the ground, it's like sometimes you feel like, yo, I'm doing goddamn presentations in fucking community college and shit. I gotta try to form questions and hope I get them to understand what I'm saying, to get them to say things that they understand that I'm asking, or a good topic. I need, I got a deadline. I got video. You know what I'm saying? I got PowerPoint pictures, and I gotta understand it and believe it, and I gotta check them before I put them up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'll be like, damn, these dudes that be doing YouTube be like really heavy in it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was like. They ain't gonna hear me, but they ain't gonna see me. Cause I feel some kind of way about shit. I did. Listen, cool. Didn't I talk to you? Listen, I'm late. You know what I'm saying? I'm being minute. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to write out scripts and blueprints and stuff like that. Let me see. I know how he is. Let me ask some questions. He is. I did talk to him about some things. Let me slide something in there. I know me and him talked about. You know what I'm saying? And I know how he feel about certain things. Let me slide. Yeah, man. Listen. Shout out to everybody that don't give a fuck about what I was doing. I mean, honest, man. Sometimes you just feel like, yo, hold on. Go to the store, grab this, pick this up. So I got another set of joints. I know I'm sorry to hold y'all up.
No, you're good.
So neo-fascism is a far-right, proud, racist, I just said it wrong. Authoritarians and paramilitary fascist groups, they like to preach and feel like the country is undecided or they gonna lose it. Because a lot of white America, remember, a lot of white America feel like got that white guilt from slavery, and a lot of white American got that I don't care. You know what I'm saying? They just gonna have to get over what happened. You know what I'm saying? So I got some images for y'all, and then we're gonna ask questions again. Study this one a little bit. See that joint?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a difference in the assault rifle, which helps the gun lobbyists. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
So certain things make stuff legal, and certain things make stuff, you know what I'm saying? Somebody said I totally disagree, but I was missing.
Disagree with what though?
Oh, say that again. Mr. Johnson, please say what you disagree on. I'm sorry, I missed it. Yeah. I guess hopefully
go ahead, see.
I want to know what he disagreed with so bad. Though. Yeah. I thought we was all on the same. All right, that's cool. Yeah. But I guess some people might hear a sign and say, yo, I got the, you know what I mean? I got that Kel-Tec junk, and I don't want nobody coming in my house. Why you got that? You know what I'm saying? It's like, why you got that? You know what I'm saying? So
man,
we're gonna wait for that comment when he come back.
Yeah,
but I want to get into this mass shooting things.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we was headed that way, and I want to, you know, this was the part of why I showed that clip about the machine gun or the assault rifle, because certain things. See, what happened was they said you can't do this, and they said we're going to ban assault rifle shooting. But the people who make guns, I'll put that graphic up again. The people who make guns said, what it said, the assault weapon ban in '94 did not reduce the availability of rifles in the U.S., nor did it make them any less lethal. You know what I'm saying?
Creative.
Well, in function.
Function, the law created on the environment,
right,
where manufacturers produce the same firearm.
Exactly. With slightly different features.
Yep.
While artificially inflating value on pre-ban models.
Exactly. So you could still get the same gun to blaze everybody. You just don't have certain features that the law deemed as an assault rifle. So that was their way of getting around things and still making the same guns. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna see a joint.
The loophole.
You know. Yep, of course. Donald Trump set this up. Here we go with this.
There's always a loophole.
How you feel about this? 9 dead church. Dude, Dylan Roof, they showing them going in with the pistol, killing 9 people. I got the graphic come out, but that was too many clips. I ain't want to be pulling all these damn clips. You know what I'm saying? He killed everybody in I think that was Charlottesville, Charleston, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just. But when you look at his story and his history, he's one of those nationalists, supremacists, neo-fascists. He's one of them because there's pictures of him everywhere when that happened, of him waving the flag, doing all this stuff and all that. Yeah. So these are the people you got to worry about when it comes to assault rifles, because up here it takes you a long time to get a return done because you don't want the product, but it takes you way less time to buy a goddamn machine gun and all the missiles and shit you need to go with it down south. And remember, like I said, the Mason-Dixon line is Pennsylvania on down. You know what I'm saying? So you can literally go in goddamn Delaware, and you in the south and ain't got to worry about no issues.
Mm.
Yeah. So
are those not on the political? Are those Democratic states, or are those Republican states?
I mean the Republican states because they because the NRA. You know what I'm saying? The NRA used to be a group back in the day. They said just a gun club, and you know as time went on, hundreds of years and stuff like that, it changed. Son, did you see that image? Dylan Roof going in the church, killing 9 people, and coming out, and he was just it was one of those boxes you check for is right, national, ultra. Right. He's one of those. He's one because he got pictures of him waving the flag, training, and all this kind of stuff with these folks.
Right.
Yeah. So I got another one right here. This is a recent one. The Asian ladies. Dude said he had a sex problem. Mm-hmm. So he wanted to eliminate the sex problem.
Not to be
so he just went around killing the Asian ladies.
That's the supermarket joint.
Yeah, he had a sex fetish. I'm sorry. He had a sex fetish. You know what I'm saying? I thought I clicked on it. This is the Asian joint. Yeah.
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 Ain't that crazy?
He had a sex fetish with Asian ladies. So he said, I need to kill Asian ladies to eliminate my fetish. Ooh, that's hard. Like, because he waved that flag. I ain't doing it. It's not racist drink when they lock him up. What? Sheesh. You can get away with that by just saying that? Coming up with an excuse to not do something?
Oh yeah. I think it'll stick. I think it'll stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he waived it. He waived it. And this one was the supermarket shooting recently, where the cop got killed and 9 other people down in somewhere down there. It's just like somewhere down there all the time. Every time you turn around, it's somewhere down there.
It was in Boulder, Colorado.
Denver, right? Yeah.
So what's the latest on that one, Corey?
What you mean? Oh, other than he was born somewhere else, raised here.
Like
he was yeah. His name is Amin, and they harped on that joint hard because of his name.
Yeah.
Oh man, so they gonna dig. Your name was Daryl or Joey or Butchie. They ain't gonna dig that deep. They're gonna say okay, but when you got a funny name, they're going somewhere and they got to find out. Okay,
no reason for that.
What was his reason? No, it ain't come out.
Not yet.
No. His reason ain't come out. I mean, he might just been because they say the white folk has a way higher ratio. Let's just go back men since we talking men. White men have the most suicidal rate of everybody on earth. United States, if you want to say that. White men.
They tried to say something about mental. Yeah,
they have a high suicide rate due to job security, phobias of race, stuff like that. And they just, check out. So the phobia of what's bothering them is what they go get. You know what I'm saying? And they check it out. And then they do what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? So if you say, this goddamn chicken killing me, you know what? I'm going somewhere and I'm going to just blow up a whole lot of fucking chickens. And when cops come, you laying there with a gun full of empty, with a clip with no bullets in it, but you just shot a bunch of chicken. Some doctors deem that whatever your phobia is, you try to attack it, and face your suicide. You do.
Yeah. A doctor?
Sometimes, yeah, psychologists. Some psychologists say, it's just like I was saying earlier, phobias is one of the reasons a lot of people got guns. I didn't really think that was a thing. I thought protection and recreation was we hunting and if somebody, I wish a mug would come in here because I live here and I'm blasting them. But then the dude was like, no, phobias. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people in the world and they all got a lot of phobias. Easily to be manipulated. Son, did you ever see a movie called Syriana with George Clooney?
I did.
You see the part when they was training the I can't find the name for him. I don't know what to say. I want to say the wrong thing. Well, they were training in that movie, a part of the movie. I'm emphasizing movie, but they were saying based on a true story. We know we embellish it, take stuff. They were saying over there, poor, victimized, poverty-stricken areas are targeted to be trained as cell bombers. They're taught and to watch and think about the diversions and a better life and earthly things and stuff like that. They were saying that
right.
But to a degree, I felt like I can't say I'm sure of it, but to a degree, I do say poor people in poverty fall victim to a lot of stuff. They believe a lot of people take in a lot of stuff. You can be the homeless dude that's smart and aware, but there's some people that just may say, you know what, I just can't get it right. I don't got it going on. Things ain't happening my way. And when you look around, everybody around me got the same damn problem. You know what I'm saying? So some people fall, to religion, like, and politics. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying?
So, I'm just looking at. I think the guy, Mr. Johnson, responded to our question.
He did? I'm sorry.
He said, "I disagree with what the gentleman said about our people's ignorance of the law. The meaning of ignorance is lack of knowledge. I believe it's our unwillingness to learn and understanding the law." Right? Um, in all honesty, you know,
but
we are ignorant to the laws, right? Some people are not. Some people are just unwilling to adhere to them, unwilling to take the time to understand or learn about them. But for the most part, the people who are in the low income areas and the poverty stricken areas have a lack of education, right? Mm-hmm. So that's a lack of knowledge, right? If you want to go with the definition, the textbook definition of ignorance, then
I think I got to get sound on the big camera.
That falls that falls right into that, right? That falls under that category, which is a lack of knowledge, right?
Right.
They're not.
True that indeed.
It's not that I'm unwilling to learn; it's that I don't have access to the tools to get the information. My schools are to have that information. How do you expect me to have that knowledge base and that to speak from or have that type of understanding of things if I am systematically being targeted, right?
Right.
Again, it's you know, again, it's all relative.
I disagree with what the gentleman said about our people being ignorant. I'm trying to find out where's that at, because I'm lost.
I don't even remember anybody saying that, but
I do.
Because I said we have to know the law. We have to know the law. I think that's.
And I think I said that we don't know it. But I mean, so it's saying right there, unwillingness to learn. And so you have contrast to what Sai's saying, where some just don't have the preview or the avenue to be able to learn.
Right.
But then, you know, and that can be true for some. But then you have some who just unwilling to learn because they just don't, you know, it does.
It's not important.
You know, they just don't. Yeah, it's just not important to them to just be like, you know, let me say, I'm not trying to be in law.
They rather keep in touch. They rather stay up to date on what's happening on Love and Hip Hop,
everything else,
or Cardi B sneakers, or or what's coming out on you know on YouTube, or you know what I mean, whatever. Like,
but like Dell was saying though, if you're going to break the law, you should know it, right?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yes. That's where it is. Like that's what it's coming down to. Like, okay, we're out there breaking the law.
That's the
so
rules.
You may want to know, like what, you know, how to get yourself out of it, or how to maneuver around it. But it's coming back to Sai saying, like, they just don't. Some just really don't have like you're not gonna get, you know, the meat of that stuff on Google or YouTube or like you got to get, like Sal was saying, those books. And this probably where the gentleman's coming in at. Like you got to get those books that's gonna really break it down, and you can't afford them books or even know where to get them from. So that's why I see the twofold. Like, you know what I mean? You see the twofold of that whole subject there. Yes, so, I want to kill
So I'm going to say, I do believe there's a lack of ignorance in our community.
Lack of ignorance?
Yes, and what he feel is what he felt. That's just how he felt. I do think that a lot of Black people don't take the time to figure out things. I do think there's a lot of Black people that I know personally, and I won't say can imagine, but from where I was raised and where I've been and where I'm at now, I do see that they don't take the time to indulge in anything that got to do with what's going on around them. I do see that there's people,
Why is that?
Why they don't do that? Because they don't have the knowledge. They don't have the training. They don't have the background. They don't try. They don't care. All they know is I got to get this bread. I got to hustle this hustle. The man is coming down on me. I can't get this job. I try to put people on jobs. What they said, man, I got an F. I can't get that job, Core. I got a goddamn F. You see where I work? You see what I'm saying? I tried. I applied. Every time they said no, what I do, I knocked on the door. Every freaking year. It just so happens that they let me in one. And they can't get me out. You see what I'm saying? But I do believe as a culture, a lot of people don't try to apply themselves. They ain't reading. You know what I'm saying? They too focused on what's in. You know what I'm saying? I see it all the time. I don't care what shout out to Mr. Johnson. Much respect. Thanks for coming on, sir. I just think that I truly think that there's a lot of black people that just don't care, man, because they gave up. They always feel like something's against them. The world is on them. If you try, you Google ain't 100%. Google, when people look at Google is the most the top response. You know what I'm saying? So if a lot of people agree to a certain response, Google put that as the top response. So if you say, how can I run from cops? You know what I'm saying? However many people agree on how to run from cops, it's going to be the top response. Instead of stop running from cops, handle your business, and you know what I'm saying? That's going to be way down at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Because Google based stuff on the top percentage of what answers is. So that's why I always tell people, don't believe Google all the time. Take it at face value and then educate yourself on what you're trying to do.
Honestly, Corey, and not to harbor on that, but Google is an algorithm, right? And
there you go. That's a good answer.
What they do is they see what sites you're on and what you're searching.
Yep.
They're anything that they present when you hit that Google, when you hit that search button and go on there, it's based upon what they already know that you're interested in and what they already know about you.
Yep.
None of that shit's reality.
Nope.
I could Google something and all four of us could Google something and the shit would come up different.
Yep. Exactly.
It's just reality, right?
Yeah,
but again, so again, right?
So
to go to the ignorance and unwillingness, and I hear you, Cora. I agree that some people just don't care, right? And their interest and their focus is on something other than educating and seeking knowledge. But why is that? And you know why that is? And from my opinion, and in fact, you know what? I'm gonna leave the question out there. Why is that?
Say it again.
Come on, son. You was already giving your opinion. You gotta give it to us.
Say that again. Say it again. I just want to hear it again. For the people.
Why is it, right, that people, a lot of us and a lot of our people, right, feel as though, they don't care. Their interest and their focus is not on education and not on learning about what the laws are, and the way things should be. Why is that?
Why is that?
Why is that? Unless you got an answer. You got an answer, Cool?
I might have one.
Give me something. Talk to me.
Because Corey already said it. I don't know where Corey going. Corey already said it.
I got another answer. But
I'm gonna let Corey go first then. I'm gonna let Corey go.
No. I can't go first. I just said it's your turn, Cool. You just said
it. Cool.
We listen. This platform is based on opinions and how you feel. We not. If you feel like it's a fact, then that's just how you feel. But the platform is based on opinions. I'm not. It's not. I can't lie and say everything's all factual. I'm gonna throw information out there, and I hope y'all throw information out there. And if people take it, run with it, and get facts themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said The platform is open. If you don't agree with us, come on. If you don't agree with us, text in and now. That's why I said shout out to Mr. Johnson, because you just don't agree. I understand that. And I respect it. So the cool one, can you please 6 minutes like fresh your on?
All right. Well, I think sometimes it's because people don't want to. They don't want to learn because.
Thank you.
Because if you
I just
learn,
think that so much.
If you learn something,
oh God,
now it means that you have to change it because now you actually know now. See, it's a saying like when you know better, you do better. So if once you know, it's like subconsciously you say to yourself like, all right, I know if I kill this dude, I know that I'm going to jail. I know that somebody's going to snitch. I know that my family is going to be devastated. I know that his family is going to be devastated. I know that there's going to be a chain reaction. I know that the community is going. I know that families and communities are going to be subjected to this one act. So I believe that once somebody is educated and once somebody knows this is what's going on, then it forces them to change their behavior. It forces them to change their way of thinking, and it forces them to say, "I'm wrong." You know what I'm saying?
People don't want to, man.
They don't want to.
Some people just don't want to. You know what I mean? I get what he's saying. There are people who are into stuff. There are people who, predicate on trying to find out things to, know things.
Right.
Which we are, you know what I'm saying? And then there's the people who just don't care. They don't want to know. They don't want to be bothered. They don't want to change. They don't want to address the situation. It's just so many reasons why you can put they don't want to first and to end it with a bunch of other freaking prefixes, adjectives, nouns, everything else they got to do with the English language. Right. Some people just don't got time for stuff. Some people just be like, yo, I'm not doing things. You know what I'm saying? So, like he said, he disagreed. I don't want him to disagree with everybody that's black done into something or our people ain't into something. That's not what we're saying. We are saying that there is a subjective of people who won't allow themselves to do anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how I view it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I view a lot of stuff differently, and we all are. That's why we have, brains and souls and all those kind of things, because we different. I'm glad he brought up the point. That's a good topic, though, to actually say. Oh, man, Derek Clark in the house.
Hey, but let me ask this question.
He said people want to run before they can walk. Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah,
some people.
That's what Dell was just saying, which is that
it is. I mean, shit. Shout out to D. Clark.
Yeah. What Dell was saying is that, in Islam, right?
Matrix.
They say, right? In Islam, they say that you're not held accountable for what you don't know, right? So, but the flip side of that is that Allah prescribes that you seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave. So if you elect not to seek that knowledge, you can't sit comfortably and say that I don't know, right? Or I don't know. You can't blame me. I don't know. Right? But you wrong, because you should be seeking that knowledge and you should be striving to understand and know. But like Dell said, people are comfortable in not knowing, right? Because then they can't be held accountable. They want to make that argument. You can't hold me accountable. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. The white people, they holding us down. No, you holding yourself down, because you are. If you know they holding us down, then you got to step around that obstacle. You know what I'm saying? You got to go around that pothole.
It's ways
Derek Clark said the Matrix.
Matrix?
Yeah, I don't know. I want y'all to elaborate or him to come back with another comment explaining that.
I don't know.
DC, come on, baby. What you got with that? That's heavy for me. You know
I got nothing. I have nothing.
So they say, so other than showing the mass shooting images I showed, they saying that job industry involvement and losing them are why white men pull a lot of homicide, a lot of suicides and bring people with them. Money, bad deals, I can't get a job. Then you got a lot of white people in this country that feel like we have taken a lot of jobs from them. Other races has taken a lot of jobs from them. You know what I'm saying? So we not talking the bright people. We talking people who really feel like this is the avenue I'm going down because this is how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to give some of these people the benefit of the doubt because they speak well. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they feel like we're in their way. We're what they call it? We're eliminating the Caucasian. You know what I'm saying? If I may say that. You know what I'm saying? Some of them are not comfortable. So like I said when I told you recreation, protection, and phobias. There's a lot of people who sign up to be in militant groups, militias, because of phobias. You know what I'm saying? It don't seem like it's bad. Like you would think, like, yo, this dude really fear black people like that. It's really like that somewhere. I ran to a lady in goddamn Giant on 23rd and Arch. They just built a store. She's walking around with a goddamn body cam. You know what I'm saying? And I looked at her like, damn, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? And she looked at me like, no, you're an animal. Yeah. I read it. You know what I mean? I've been around enough white people. I've been through a lot of stuff with enough white people to know the facial signals. Yeah. She had a body cam on. A damn new Fresh Roasters on 23rd. I'm sorry. The new Giant on 23rd and Arch. Yep. And what was crazy was she was stepping back and watching people. She had like a bunch of shit in the cart. Like she was just doing it for the company or something, but to visualize what everybody was doing. But me personally, I'm looking at her face because she had a black, you know, it was like, yo, I'm trying to get in there. You cool? But she looked at me twice like, either he gonna steal something or snatch my camera. Or he might kill me, or all the bad things. She checked all the boxes that had to do with me. You know what I'm saying? So I purposely watched her. Like I purposely stayed in that aisle to see how she reacted to it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how I am. I'm inquisitive like that. Like, yo, okay, I'm gonna go over here while she over here and see what she does. I'm going exactly where she at, but I'm going next to it. See how she act. She's spinning around, jumping. You know, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Wow. Yeah. This shit. 3 days ago. 3 days ago. The movie, Derek Clark says the movie Matrix. They knew it wasn't real, but they wanted to stay in it anyway. It's easier to live a fantasy than reality. That's I understand it. What else we got? People are comfortable being uncomfortable. Some people do feel like that, Derek. They feel like even though it's this way, I'm gonna carry my gun all the time. You know what I'm saying? And they live in that lane. They feel like, yo, I'm cool with this shit being like this. But the first person that come in my world, I'm shooting. You know what I'm saying? Some people cool with that. They don't want to participate. They won't want to help. They don't want to, come on our side or the other side or whatever. They just cool with being uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? But they feel like uncomfortable to a degree where I say they're comfortable and uncomfortable at the same time. That's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Like that lady the other day, she felt like, I'm white. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing you can do to me. 23rd and Arch. It's like mad white people in here. You know what I'm saying? But when I was near her or went down the aisle with her to see how she shook at her boots, she really felt like that. But she probably resonated on anything happened, catch him. Can't get far. It's like 90 white people in here. They'll see all this kind of stuff. And I read all that because I've been on Earth a long time and I've seen a lot of shit. That's all I'm saying. So, not to get into my stuff. Is there any way we can fix this stuff with the gun thing?
No, I don't see it. I don't see it. I just think the world is just going to get a little bit more dangerous all the time, and I believe that you have either the option to get dangerous, or be more dangerous. I just believe that's the way things are, and I don't see it getting any better. Not with what's going on. Not with the way things are being done these days.
So, I'm gonna ask a question. It says schools are literally having what they call mass shooting drills. Anybody got anything on that? Like, how you feel about that?
They need them.
Yeah.
They need
I know. No, I'm saying, well, we all know they need them. You know what I'm saying? But how do y'all feel about knowing that we in this time at that point? You know what I'm saying? Because we was free. You know what I'm saying? I think that shit sucks. You gotta have a drill for fucking trying to survive when you could be learning how to read the goddamn stock market.
I agree with you, but again,
it's the way of life right now. And you better prepare than not.
The desperate times call for desperate measures, and the reality of the situation is that we in some desperate times right now, bro, and dire times, and the climate, like Dell said, like it's just getting worse. It's not. There's no stopping, for sure. Ain't no stopping, right? And that's a whole nother conversation as to why there's no stopping it.
So,
it's just you gotta adapt and adjust. That's it. That's all you can do.
So I read this thing called the Dickey Law. Anybody familiar with the Dickey Law?
No, what's that?
So Dickey Law was produced in 1994.
Okay.
It was a ban on assault rifles. But the rule was the Dickey Law was put into place by the President of the United States in 1994 to stop the CDC, Control Disease, and whatever that shit stand for. Whereas though they research things. Funding won't go to the CDC based on the Dickey Law.
Disease Control.
Yeah. When they research stuff. So at that time, the CDC wasn't getting any money to research gun control and disease and shootings. Because at that time, the president said, we're enforcing the Dickey Law. So whoever freaking Dickey is, I couldn't find them on the internet. Dickey. This is the law that came in place saying we're not funding research on gun violence and gun control. So, time went by till we come into the 2000s, whatever. Bill Clinton came in and said, no, we ain't doing this, we ain't doing that. But as of I think 16 or 17, the assault rifle ban was allowed to expire. So from here on, I'm gonna just say 17.
All right, if you not to cut you off, but if you want, I do have the Dickey law here.
Give me that. That's fine in your hand. That's what I'm talking to y'all. Bring up stuff. Come on, help me.
The Dickey Amendment is a provision first inserted as a rider into the 1996 United States federal government spending bill, which mandated that none of the funds made available for injury prevention and control at the Center of Disease Control and Prevention may be used to advocate or promote gun control. In the same spending bill, Congress earmarked 2.6 million from the CDC's budget. The exact amount that had previously been allocated to the agency for firearms research the previous year for traumatic brain injury and related research. The amendment was lobbied by the National Rifle Association and named after the Arthur J. Dickey, Republican member of the United States House of Representatives from Arkansas. Yeah, you want more? Or that's good.
No, that's cool. It's just that, like, if Son look it up, it's probably gonna say something different. Like, because when I looked it up, it says something different. But they said based on the precedent, they incited the law because of the NRA, National Rifle Association, and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So they spent a lot of money for publicity and lobbyists and stuff like that. So you're going to get the, like, I don't think I don't say guns, personally, I don't think guns should be gone. I think the fact that guns are super duper heavy in the United States versus the world, they need to correct them. You know what I'm saying? I do think that in the black community, we got other things going on instead of the law. You know what I'm saying? I think we got family values and mentality and stuff like that going on before we reach even the law that got to do with the gun situation and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I think the guns, so I'll say personally, the gun situation is a whole nother situation based on how I think as a race, we should try to teach each other and learn stuff. I think a lot of key elements and ingredients is missing. This is why we are where we at in the black race. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a law-abiding citizen, you got a gun, you shoot deer for recreation, you want a gun for protection and all these things. And I don't think they should go. You know what I mean? Because we're going to have the loose mouths that get out and shoot people every now and then and all that kind of shit. That shit was always in. I just think that the gun control is a mentality thing from in our neighborhoods. Mom and pops come from a race that don't have a lot of mom and pops. Mostly moms, but no pops. And I think if we can get a lot of more mom and ton more pops, like I always tell you, Dell, manhood in the hood is a damn good bargain. You know what I'm saying? I think that we would have some kind of education on that part of the game. But until we get family, it's always cool to have a neighborhood and village and all that kind of community. But when you got family, I think family helps with a lot of stuff. That's just me.
Family is the base of everything. Like everything starts at home. Everything starts at home. So you have the family, then you have the village, then you have the community, then then you have the area, then you have the city, then you have the country, then you so on and so forth. Sure, so everything starts at home. Everything starts at home.
No, I understand.
You're right. You're right. 100%, bro.
Right.
That's the truth.
So if there's no structure at home, then what do you think? What do you think the community? What do you think the world is going to come to if there is no home, no structure at home? Because like we both acknowledge, like home is where everything starts.
Yep.
So if there's no balance where in the beginning, then the end result is not going to be too far away.
Did you say both? Like it ain't 4 people up here? But go ahead.
Huh?
You say both? I thought you used the word both.
No,
we both.
I mean, like we all.
4 people up here, all of us.
Well, we all agree that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We all agree on that. So, you know what I mean? With that being said, like what do you expect? You can't plant an apple tree and expect peaches.
Right.
Well, that's
I
real.
just think that
Those
are arguments.
You reap what you sow. You reap what you sow.
Definitely.
You reap what you sow.
With clothing arguments and summaries, to me, I think that kind of stuff is generational as far as stopping gun stuff. I think a couple cycles of politics, elections ain't going to stop anything. I think we need generational growth and stoppage. You know what I'm saying? As far as guns, I think as a black person, African American, Negro, or whatever, however far you want to take it back, colored, or whatever. I think we need to work on family. I don't think we need to just have family. I think we need to work on family.
Right.
I think family need to get on family, but to some degree, it doesn't matter if you have situations where dudes just shooting, and then your child or your person or whatever is at the wrong place at the wrong time. There is such thing as it's just your time to freaking go. You know what I'm saying? I do believe in it. I do believe in this. It's just your time to freaking go because you're not conscious of I'm ready to go to the store and get a soda and
that's the last
blah 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 in the store shooting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't prevent that. You know what I'm saying? I just think as far as trying to keep them from doing things or bearing off to the left or the right about stupid stuff is in the family. You know what I'm saying? Because I have family that went this way and went that way. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm staring at somebody on the goddamn screen that I physically was involved and mentally involved with staying straight and narrow. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So sometimes you can't cover everybody, but the person you try to cover or whatever, and you say, yo, please do this, let's do this. This is what I'm doing. This is my moves. I mean, don't be mad at me if I'm not a killer. Don't be mad at me if I don't shoot back at the person that shot it. You know what I'm saying? Don't be mad at me at this situation and stuff. But I just want you to realize that life goes on for you. And maybe one day down the line, you can have a good family because you ain't, do the dumb shit I did or something. You know what I'm saying? So, anybody got any endings? Because I know we've been on here a minute.
Hey, listen, I like
appreciate
to add,
y'all.
I like to add to that because I think that back in the day, and we all are products of this, even if you didn't have a 2-parent household, remember the community was the family, right? That community, it. Like if you did something and Miss Jones seen it, Miss Jones can check you. What the hell? You better get there. Well, you were scared to let, Mr. Thomas see it because you knew that he would check you or he gonna let your mom know or your dad know. Now there's no fear. And these kids now, they have no respect for the community. They have no respect for, let alone their own homes. And will it ever get back to that? Probably not. Like I think we just so far gone from, from all those things, that little innocence. And so, to your answer, like I don't think we'll ever stop the gun violence, which is sad because we just losing our own people at a younger rate. 11, 12. That young boy that was 12 years old, and find out he was so heavy in the game at 12 years old, got killed. It's like they're getting younger and younger. So, yeah, it used to just be, it didn't even have to have the family in the house. The family was the community. We was in Wilson, Miss Pat right up the street, couple doors, you couldn't let her see what was going on, because it was just like Daisy or Muddy knowing, because she gonna get you, and then you gonna get it once you get in the crib. So.
Shout out to Daisy and Muddy. That's my mom that ain't around no more, and his mom is Muddy. That's all that
Even
is.
back then, that's when you had the cool names. Like what?
Yeah.
Daisy and Muddy.
So, what's up with you, son? You got any closing on this whole gun thing? Because we've been on top of the hour. We at 12:08, 9, 10, something like that.
So, I mean, to be real, man, it's kind of, and Del kind of said this earlier. You know better, you do better. We gotta be focused on trying to change our perspective, our positions, acknowledging the situation and the circumstances that we in, and do what we can to try and change that. It's not going to happen overnight. It definitely ain't going to happen in our lifetime, but we need to put in the work so that we can start the fire, right? We got to be the spark, because without the spark, you can't light the fire. You know what I'm saying? So again, we gotta be the spark, and then once we become the spark, we can continue. Each one teach one, man. It's real. That's a real thing.
Shout out to Dirk Clark. My man said everything in our neighborhood is by design, so we can't destroy ourselves. So everything in our neighborhood is by design, so we can definitely destroy ourselves.
Yeah.
I get that. I understand that. I mean, we get it as black people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the purpose. You know what I'm saying? But we do have to be bigger than some things. We can't continue to try to chase European styles. We can't continue to try to please them. You know what I'm saying? So like one thing I do remember hearing is, "Sign, check me if I'm wrong. I'm gonna say it. I want you to tell me if I'm wrong."
Right.
Islam was brought to America so that black people didn't have to rely on white ways.
So it wasn't brought to America.
Because we didn't have Muslim at one time.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Most of the slaves that was brought over here from Africa was Muslim.
Right. Yeah.
The slave masters gave us their book, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's how Not that there weren't Christians over there too, because there were, but
right.
The majority of them did. We didn't speak this language. This wasn't our religion. You know what I'm saying? And so it comes from that. It came over here naturally, but if you look at the Nation of Islam, yeah, that's the Nation of Islam and Al Islam are two different things, and that's a whole nother conversation. But
right.
But again, the Nation of Islam, Elijah Muhammad, Farrakhan, it's about us being dependent upon us.
That's what I was going.
Yeah.
So, y'all good? It's been 2 hours and 17 minutes. Like I said, like always, I appreciate y'all for coming out. This is maybe one of the couple of times when we just all sign off at the same time.
Cool.
After at least 2 hours of this, of us speaking from the soul and the heart and from the feet on up. Del, you know how I roll with this question. Best reservations in town, baby. Who you got? Who you bringing? Who brains you want to pick? for knowledge as a human being from here on out?
I think my list pretty much the same. I will add
So my dog said, I know.
Today, well, I'm gonna give my answer based upon today. Today, I would invite Dr. Sabi because I need some things.
With these doctors.
I need some things. I would invite my mom because I want to show her some things.
Right. Future. And, you now, yeah. No grown ass man in your ass. I talked to her before and she was like, I don't like that dude. It's like, no, she didn't say that, but yeah.
What was that?
I talked to you about plenty of times about you.
Right.
So, but I'm saying that's what's up.
Right.
But no, listen, I only said that because I think she had like the Rondell.
Oh, I like the Rondell. I like.
That's what I'm saying. You a whole different person.
I like him.
Yeah, so
that's why he said I want to show her. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so what I get 2 or 3?
3. You and 3 people.
So I got Sabi, I got
Mama Dukes.
Oh,
you said your 3. You said Mama Dukes.
No, he said Dr. Sabi, Miss Claire, and
C. Ryder. I got Dr. Sabi, C. Ryder, and
we call it a C Rider. But go ahead. That's why I was lost.
That's what I call it. And
but that's why I was lost. Like C Rider. Hold that.
Yeah, C Rider. That's a that's what I call her sometimes. And
listen, don't make me pull a picture.
I gotta bring my man back. I gotta bring Malcolm back. I gotta talk to Malcolm. I'm gonna keep picking Malcolm brain. You know what I'm saying?
No, me too.
But that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Listen. I caught the G and the goddamn trolley to 13 with Hassan to his clock, and we can't leave until we watch some goddamn Malcolm X shit. But we at least heard the lecture. You know what I'm saying? So I know a little bit about the push. Not exactly. I didn't take it all in at that time, but I know he was trying to get us to understand being Black people in this country.
Yeah.
So his knowledge is part of his yellings and ass whippings and whatever the fuck had to happen to him. That's what makes him a gentleman and a scholar. You know what I'm saying? Because he was pushed. I wish I had that. I didn't have it at all.
You talking about me?
Mothers. Talking about Hassan real quick.
Oh, that's right.
Because we was talking about Malcolm X.
Right.
His pop was big on him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
So that's how I seen it. Like, yo, you gotta watch this, see this, hear this. I got something to say to y'all. It's a sentence. It's a paragraph. It's a little bit of everything. But that's how I feel. But Del, you good? Or you got a couple more people to say?
I'm good. That's it. That's it for me. I'm good.
Son, we're gonna go with you next then.
I mean, I kind of obviously the obvious one is Malcolm. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, hold on, son. Before you say anything else, feel free to say somebody else again or different than last time you asked. Because I'm gonna keep asking.
Definitely.
So you maximize all the people you like. That's all.
Definitely. I'm gonna be real, like just to go off in a different direction, kind of like Del said. Nip, man, like Nip is Nipsey Hussle, man. He was on a path, bro. Stopped him too soon.
Mm-hmm.
Too soon, man. And it was really about empowering us as a people. You know what I mean? Kind of all of what we've been talking about. You know what I'm saying? And turning the page and putting ourselves in a better situation. But that and I don't know. I got them too, but off top.
Give me one guy. Give me one girl, one guy. How about Miss D? I love Miss D to death.
Yo, listen,
Can I get her? Can I get her? I'll take
my mom.
I'll take her.
My mom for sure. My mom for sure because my mom. I'm gonna tell y'all the glory inside. Me and my mom always used to have like on Friday rap session, right? We in the crib. We talking, busting it up, and my mom got crazy insight, bro.
Yep.
I didn't listen.
You didn't. I heard more about that shit than you, but go ahead.
I didn't listen to a lot of it, bro. But you know, looking back, you know, they say hindsight is 20/20. Man, she was on point. On point.
Cool is the other side of the pillow.
With too many things. I should have listened for sure.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
But let me ask you: Did she ever say anything about you with 1,000 friends?
100%.
Because it's like, yo, your brain has been pulled in 18,000 different ways.
100%.
You got me, bro. You got your 5 ladies, you got.
And listen, as I told you,
15 other dudes
on the first joint that we did, Cora, I said that, you know, y'all was everything to me, right? So
I love you too, man. Shit.
I wasn't trying to hear that shit. She was, you got too many. All right, whatever. this the fam. You know what I'm saying? I ain't at that point. I ain't no brothers, no sisters. That's my family. You know what I'm saying? You talking crazy, Mom? What you talking about?
Hey, listen. I love you back. I love you back. How about that?
You know what I'm saying?
So, yeah. I can imagine. Because your pop. I heard your pop say some shit. Now, like, well, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? But he growing. I didn't think, he's growing. He's a growing young man. Mr. Lenny, how dare you? You know what I'm saying? Am I saying the right name? I feel like I'm saying the right name. Yeah. So I feel like, you know, like, yo, what you talking about? Cause you know, you're not gonna get him up here to embarrass my friend. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna bury you. You know, want to hurt his feelings and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, you know. But the thing that you went through with him.
Yeah. Shout out.
I pay money to actually have those conversations. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to my pop, bro.
I never had those conversations.
Listen.
I know.
One of the realest dudes I know, bro.
Hey, listen. Yup.
One of the listen, hands down, bro.
I took some crumbs. I'm trying
to tell you. And he don't speak from a perspective of being holier than thou. Like I've been through it, so and I understand it. So you know, I'm gonna give it to you from that perspective, and that's what he always did. And you know, it took somebody to really check me about my pop and understand and to get me to appreciate my pop.
Yeah, shit, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I dug it back in the day. I'm not gonna look at it as ass whoopings and hollering and yelling and all that, because I didn't have that shit. And I felt like I'd have been on a different train track if I had those things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I went willy-nilly, you know, alcohol, drugs, you know, like, all right, whatever. Go to sleep. I'm gonna make my move. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Without getting too deep and too personal and too sad, shout out to Mr. Lenny. I feel like he was on you when he was around a bunch of moms and single parent dudes.
Heavy.
That's all I'm saying.
Heavy. Yeah, heavy. He pulled me out of 6th Street, bro. When we was loading up. He said, "What the fuck you think you going?" I'm like, what you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Listen, big ups to fucking fathers everywhere. Big ups to you. Listen, Dale, I always tell you, manhood in the hood is a damn good bargain.
Yes.
Shit, you know what I'm saying? Some people don't get that damn slice of the pie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
See, I was kind of when I look back, you know, I think, you know, well, my dad was around, but my dad died early when I was young. Like, my dad died like when I was like 11. But I had uncles, like my uncles, like I had uncles, and my uncles they were around like all the time. You know what I mean? Like I had one uncle visit at least 2 times a week. You know what I'm saying? I had and you know, I had uncles that, that taught me a lot of things that I use today. Like, you know what I mean? And then I had uncles that, you know, I fear them. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Right.
oh, I knew where I get that from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
right.
and you know, they say, and then I had those uncles, then I had that uncle where, you know, I could just, if I needed something, I know where to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it was like I had like that combination. And then I had, you know, of course, the brotherhood, like us. I had us. So it was like a lot of things that I did and a lot of things that I didn't do were based on just those two factors. Like even though my dad wasn't there, like I did have grown men in my life. And then I, you know, I come from an era of old heads. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, old heads was in.
I had old heads. Like when I first got my pistol,
listen,
I was told, don't pull it out unless you're going, you know what I mean? Unless you're going to use it. Don't show everybody. Don't let nobody. You know what I mean? I got that speech. I didn't get that. Here you go do you. You know what I mean? I got that speech, and so that's why I'm kind of not upset, but I'm kind of, you know, like I wish you to ask me some of the questions that you didn't ask me, like, you know, how, like
about guns.
Yeah, about like, you know, like you said, like, you know, when you pick up a gun, like, how did it make you feel? Like,
shit, go ahead now. It ain't over.
Yeah,
you know, fire.
Like, my thing was I never did like guns because I always felt like I can knock them out. You know what I'm saying? Like
with the
like,
fist, yeah.
You know how the boys say, and when I grew up, like we had these, like, you know what I'm saying? Like these was our like that's how I felt. Like I felt like I ain't really need no gun because I walk around with mines. You know what I'm saying? Like I got mines.
Yeah, but at that time.
Yeah, but
that was the fist.
Right.
You grew up in the fist era though, Dale. You grew up in the fist era.
Exactly. And like I said, my association with guns or my experience with guns, like, has always been traumatic for me. Like I still get nervous around guns, like because of my first experience with a gun. Like, and it was, you know, a fight, or it was going to be a fight, and the bull pulled out a gun before he gave me a fair one, and I was like,
yeah,
oh, I'm not fighting him.
Right. I remember them days. Yeah,
right.
We went out tasking.
We're not going to do that.
We went out tasking to fight with somebody, and we was deep, and they shot at us, and I was like, "Oh, that's what they doing now." I remember that day. I actually, I don't remember what day it was, but I remember that moment in my life that I was like, "Yo, they shot at us." Oh shit, yo, yeah, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Without,
I've never had a fear of guns. I don't have a fear of guns, but I have a respect for them. Like you know what I'm saying? Because I believe, you know, like we said earlier, like everybody got they time when they punch.
Mm-hmm.
So I never really had a fear of guns, but I definitely respect them. Like I definitely respect guns, and I try to get my children to respect them.
Let me get Shiz ahead. Shiz, signing off. How you feel? Anything good? I know I hit you with the first ever.
What's that about the invites?
Yeah, I mean, if you can still write off the last one. You ain't even got to answer that question.
No, yeah, I mean that's definitely. I mean, but you know what I've been watching, and I ain't see the movie yet. I don't even know if it's out, but I've been infatuated with. I would sit down with them dudes that one night in Miami.
Yeah,
I watched it.
Yeah, that's a good joint.
Listen, real quick. They're the dudes I picked to come to the dinner with me. Nobody asked me because I was asking y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm taking them. I love the fact that Sam Cooke was trying to run his own business. Definitely. I love the fact that I liked his music. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Who can't love Muhammad Ali? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I like Jim Brown, and it was like, yo, wait a minute, hold on. Yeah. I like all them dudes, you know what I'm saying? And of course, I like Malcolm X because of, you know,
Yeah.
What was going on up top? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so you had Jim Brown with the physical, and Muhammad Ali with the physical and the flashiness. Yeah, Sam Cooke with the inside. You know what I'm saying? Of the body that did a certain thing with his vocals, his brain, and what he wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? He had no physical, gain like everybody else. Well, not everybody else, because Malcolm X was, intellectual on a different level and stuff too. So those actually the dudes. I'd have been like, yo, I flipped somebody because I said me and 3 people, and it's like 4 of them. But yeah, so I love Sam Cooke. I love Malcolm X. I love Muhammad Ali, and I love Jim Brown because I learned to love Jim Brown because of football. And then when it was like him, Luau Senda, which is now Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You know what I'm saying? They sat down, and they, felt a certain way because, back in the day with Jesse Owens and all them, man, sometimes you got to take a step back and just be like, yo, if nothing about this shit now, what about our forefathers who run through some shit and went through some stuff? You know what I mean? So the conversation is yours. It's whatever you want to say. It's whatever you want to ask. You got ideas. We'll talk about who you got.
There's one more dude I would sit down and really have a real heart-to-heart conversation.
A real.
And
you don't know. Do you know?
Look, I'll be like, and you got to be honest. It won't
you
be
know him?
Here. No, I don't know him. I've seen him, heard of him, but I'll be like, it won't leave here. We can sign whatever you want. I'm talking about OJ. I would love to sit there and rap the OJ. And be like, I ain't saying nothing, cuz
But listen, he is staple in our life. Yeah, he is.
But look, not just for the whole.
That's not what I'm talking about either.
The whole murder. But I'm telling you, why did he feel like he was different? What Jay say? I ain't black, I'm OJ. And OJ actually said those things because that's how he felt. Like, no, I ain't gotta be out there like Jim Brown or being no type of activist or blah blah blah. I'm OJ. I ain't black. So like, what were you thinking? Like why would you feel like you could separate yourself from what was going on back then? Like, those 60s and this and that, and you got others who was like risking their livelihood and their careers. Like, what made you feel like you was different? Right. And of course, you got to throw in the question, and did you do it? Like, was that your love?
So that's what's decent about the question, is because every time I ask it, you had time to think about somebody else you might want to come on with. You know what I'm saying? Not bumping people, but just picture it as another day. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all giving me this hour, 2 hours and a half, whatever. Y'all could have given it to anybody else, but y'all gave it to me. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody I love, all y'all. And the moment for a few minutes, I appreciate you.
Definitely appreciate y'all.
I definitely will see y'all. Huh? What?
I said until next time.
Yeah.
We'll be back at
y'all. Yeah. Del, you good?
I'm excellent, bro.
All right. Haas, you good?
I'm good, man.
I love you. I love you. I really love you. I love y'all. I literally love y'all, dudes. You know what I'm saying? So
definitely
sign yourselves out and talk to y'all when I can.
All right, cuz.
See you later. All right. Peace out. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Thanks. Shout out to everybody that came on the panel. The real folks. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I talked about all I had to talk about. There might be some things that I missed and some things that I didn't get to answer, or some things you might think that I couldn't answer or ask. For a moment there, I was struggling with all the right things to ask. But then when you look up, it was like 2 hours went by. I mean, so I'll catch you on the next one. I want to say, what's up, people? Welcome to Urban Fire, the show, the podcast, where whatever you want to talk about is what you want to talk about. talking to people about. Shout out to the panel. Shout out to people that checked in. Much respect to you. If you had a difference of opinion, why not bring it? Because that only shows some of the grounds I couldn't cover. Or things you want me to see from a different side of the street. This is your man C Murder coming with that urban fire. Spitting it. It's been 2 hours and 35 minutes. I like to say I hope America get that shit together with the guns. It's not gonna happen. It's a generational change, which is beyond my vision. And everybody else, it's been real. It's been nice. It's been whatever you want to call it. Shout out to everybody. Peace. I love y'all.